Well, greetings, everybody. Greetings to you. So today we're going to talk about missed opportunities, and also I'm going to talk about Ralph Slaughter, because I had a conversation with him about a day or so ago. And I'm going to share with you what he told me, because there was a question asked in regards to him. A brother of mine asked me to ask Brother Slaughter, why is he doing the things he's doing? So we're going to discuss that, because I called him up and I asked him, so instead of taking third-hand information, instead of having what somebody say, I called him up and I asked him, why are you doing the things that you're doing within the Masonic body? And I'll tell you exactly what he told me, okay? But with that being said, I hope everybody is having a great day, a blessed day. But we're going to talk about first missed opportunities. And I say that because I had two Masonic brothers to pass away. Brother Michael White, he's always watching. We always talk at least once, twice a week for the past 5 years. We have always had a conversation. And I got a call just the other day from his daughter telling me, hey, my dad is gone. And I just went and had a baseball cap made for him. I just went and had a baseball cap specifically made for him. He wanted a gray baseball cap. I went and had it made. And then to find out that this brother is gone, it is totally unreal. He is gone. I mean, call me up, Brother Tony. I need you to go and order me a gray baseball cap. And this is how I want it. I said, fine. He sends me a check. I get the check. The next week, he's gone. I mean, he's gone. He's no longer here in the physical realm with us, with me. And I'm like, well, dang it. And then this morning, I get a call. My brother, Brother Craig, who's in King of the Valley out of Lafayette, Louisiana. I get word that he passed away. I'm like, man, and to think about, I visited his home and I broke bread with him and his family. I did a live video from Abolutius. And now to get word this morning that he's gone, that this is it. I mean, missed opportunities. Some of us allow ourselves to miss so many opportunities in our lives to where we would be blessed. You see, for me, I was blessed to be able to have a relationship with both of these men in such a way till they touch me and I touch them. In such a way that we was able to really fellowship on the basis that Masonry brought us together. This is how we met. We met through Freemasonry. And through the concept of Masonry, we built a brotherhood amongst ourselves. We built a brotherhood with each other. It wasn't about our Masonic jurisdiction. It was about the individuals who we are as men, as Masons, and applying those principles and coming together and just really enjoying the company of each other. Too many times we allow our Masonic affiliation and our Masonic lodge and all of that to interfere with the essence of who we are as human beings. We allow that to happen. We allow all of this to come into play without even getting to know the person. You never know who you're going to meet in this life, and you never know what they can actually do for you in helping you to move forward in reaching your goals. And I would say to you that these two individuals, Brother Craig, and from Lafayette, King of the Valley Lodge, and Brother Michael White, these two individuals, they resonated. We all resonated with each other. We all was in a building mood for each other. We supported each other, whether it was on the phone or whether it was through text messaging, whatever it was like. And the thing is that Brother Craig was in my lodge. He was in a lodge working under John G. Jones. He was chartered under John G. Jones. But Brother Michael White was not. He was not. He was just a Masonic brother. He was a He was the epitome of what a Mason should be when you are communicating with them, when you are breaking bread with them, when you are harmonizing with them. And man, it's just missed opportunities. You know, we're all over the place, but we're not in the right place to accept and to be aware of those opportunities that come in our lives and to and expound upon the essence of growth. See, an immature Mason, I'm going to say this, and I want you to hear me clearly. An immature Mason always goes back and forth over nothing. I mean, it's absolutely nothing. I had to grow out of that. I had to really come up out of that. You know, people always want to question you about who you are and what you're doing. You know, you have to be able to grow out of that. You have to be able to come out of that. Anytime a man is questioning you about your own decisions, that's a weak man. I'm going to say this again. Anytime a man is questioning you about your own decision and you're a man, he's weak. When a man makes a decision, he makes a decision that is best suitable for him. And I know people say, well, you know, brother, I'm just trying to enlighten a brother. No, he's already more than likely enlightened about where he wants to be and where he wants to go. I can get it if you're giving him good and wholesome advice. And when I say good and wholesome advice, I'm saying, hey, look, brother, the choice you're going to make, I may disagree with it, but it's your choice. It's your choice. And that's what I try to do here with brothers who call me up and say, hey, brother Tony, I appreciate the things you said. I appreciate you picking up my phone call. Because if you know me and you've given me a call, you know I'm going to answer the call or call you back. If you email me, I'm going to email you back. I mean, it may take some time, I ain't going to lie. But I'm going to make sure somewhere along the line that I reach out to you. And too many times, man, we have missed those opportunities to build a true friendship amongst each other because we're so hell-bent on taking each other down. And I'm not going to allow that to happen to me. If a brother reaches out to me and he is sincere, he's sincere, I'm not going to miss out on an opportunity to actually better myself, because you never know what that person actually has to offer you. You know, I've come across some mainstream brothers, and yeah, I said brothers, who have really given me good and wholesome advice about dealing with some of the things that I've dealt with Masonically. I've come across some Prince Hall brothers who have done the same. As a matter of fact, Grandmaster Jackson, who's from Modern Free, this brother got his 33rd, but he had 33rd regalia ordered. He sent me the 33rd regalia that he had ordered and said, this is for you, my brother. This is for you. And see, a lot of times because of we so hell-bent on who's right and who's wrong and who's this and who's that until we miss the opportunity that somebody wants to bless you. No. Those, man, I mean, it's just, it's crazy. It is literally on a decision that I made that was best suitable for me. As a fact, it is crazy because I was on TikTok for the first time in God knows how long. I want to say a day or two ago. And these knuckleheads, and I say knuckleheads, they invited me to come up. They said, there goes Don G. Jones Research Lodge. Let's bring them up. And they brought me up. They want to question me about a decision I made. They want to question me about why I did what I did. I'm like, it's my choice. It's my choice. If I wanted to jump off a damn building, it's my choice. You know, we got to stop interfering with people in their choices. We may not like them, but it's theirs. It's called free will. It is caused the moment that you make it's over. I let your choice is best for you. I'm not going to interfere with that. You know, that's one of the tenets. That's one of the things we should understand. You know, as Masons, we need to stay out of each other's business, especially when it comes to someone dealing with their own choice. Period. And I know people all the time, man, you know, that's Prince Hall business. That's Modern Free business. You shouldn't be talking about that. But if you bring it to my door, I'm going to tell you, if you bring it to my door, say, doo doo, here you go. I'm going to talk about it. You brought it to me. I'm going to talk about it. That's just the honest truth. But I'm not searching for it. I'm not going looking for it. But if you bring it to me, yes, I'm going to talk about it. I am going to talk about it. Because too many times we have missed opportunities we don't take and lay down. We'll say we're a part of. We don't do it. And most of us fundamentally do not go back and read the ritual. You know, we don't. We figured, hey, you know, this is it. I have arrived. You haven't arrived. You haven't done anything to say you have arrived. What have you accomplished? What have you done for the betterment of the organization? You know, and a lot of us, I mean, I didn't get here overnight. It took me some time to get to where I'm at. You know, I was rough stone, and I'm still rough, taking that mallet and working with that chisel, you know, to work off the superficial things so I'd be better able to fit into the construction in society of Freemasonry. You know, a lot of us don't want to do it. You know, and it bothers me. It really irks me. And another thing for me personally, I'm speaking for me, is that what I will not do anymore, I will not do this anymore. I will not engage or try to tear down another brother, especially a black man, in front of anybody. I'm gonna say this again because I want it to be publicly recorded. Because so many times we find ourselves in these groups, we find ourselves tearing down each other in front of other people. I'm done with that. I don't have anything to prove to nobody. Nothing at all. So my objective is to uplift you. My objective is to want the best for you instead of trying to tear you down and prove a point. I don't have nothing to prove to nobody no more. I've done a lot in this thing we'll call Freemason. I've done a lot. So I have nothing to prove to anybody, you know, about who I am, where I'm from, and what I stand for. I have nothing else to prove to nobody else. And you shouldn't either. If you're satisfied where you at and you feel at home where you at, you owe nobody nothing. You don't owe anybody an excuse for your decisions or nothing. You owe no one nothing. So we need to stop trying to explain ourselves to people, because you don't owe them that, you know? Nah, they ain't paying your bills. You know, the brother was on TikTok. Man, I know, you know, your Grand Lodge paying your bills and they doing this. What? My goodness. Yeah, right. Yeah, okay, whatever. But like I said, I don't owe an individual nothing. You know, I don't owe you anything. So we got to stop allowing those missed opportunities to come across our lives. And then when they're gone, we're wondering what if. We're wondering what if. Man, what if I'd really reached out to that brother? What if I really talked to that brother? What if this? It's a missed opportunity. No, I'm not. For me, I'm not gonna do that, because it's so much that is happening around us now. The political atmosphere, the community atmosphere, there's too much happening around us for us to miss out on opportunities to assist, aid, to be a friend of somebody. It's crazy. It is so freaking unreal. You know, you mad with somebody else. Now you want the person that you mad with, you want your friend to be mad at him too. It's a missed opportunity. It's a missed opportunity. Nope. I can't do that no more. I cannot sit idly by and allow those opportunities to pass me by. I can't do it, because I never know what a person can bring into my life and what I can offer that person. So no missed opportunities. Never again allow yourself to miss an opportunity in your life. Don't do that. Don't do it because somebody else is doing it. Oh, I can't talk to him. Well, why? Because he's this and he's that. No, I can talk to him. That's the difference. I can do what you say you can't do because you refuse to do it. That's the difference. Man, a missed opportunity. I would imagine that Brother Craig from Lafayette, when he invited me to his home and said, look, brother, when you're passing through, stop by, break bread with me, let's eat, I got you. If I'd have just said for a moment, nah, bro, I'm good, that would have been a missed opportunity. And now he's gone, I'd have been like, man, I should have stopped by. I am so happy I stopped by and talked to that man, his family, got to know, just got to know him. Broke bread, had gumbo, had everything, man. That evening in Lafayette, Appalachia, Louisiana. That evening, sitting in the backyard breaking bread was a moment in memory that I will forever cherish with that brother. I will forever cherish those times that we shared. Brother Michael White, God bless him. I'll forever remember the time you told me, Brother Hawkins, you got to let it go. So missed opportunities, man. We got to stop letting them pass us by. We got to do better than what we're doing. And treating each other with dignity and respect across the board. If a person can't treat you with dignity and respect, you do not need to be around them nor talk to them. You can remove yourself away from that situation. Don't do it to yourself. Don't put yourself in a situation to be disrespected. Don't do it. I did that. I did that the other night when I hopped on the goddamn TikTok. I did that. Oh man, you this and you that. I just let them talk. I let them get all they had to get out the way. That's me to you. We got to do better than that. So, with that being said, the day before yesterday, I actually called up Brother Ralph Slaughter because another brother asked me. He said, ask Randolph Slaughter, why does he do, or why did he do the things he did? Why is he doing what he's doing? Why is he invading these particular Prince Hall Masonic jurisdiction? And I did. Okay, I did exactly that. So I called him up. He answered the phone. As a matter of fact, I texted him. I said, hey, when you get an opportunity, call me. He said, I will. And we talked on the phone for about 30 minutes. And I asked him, I said, Brother Slaughter, why are you doing what you do? He said, brother, I got free will. He said that when a Grand Master suspend or expel or do whatever they're going to do with a person, I'm going to offer them a home because I have free will. Is that legitimately how it should be done? Is it legitimately how it should be done? Well, he's no longer part of the Conference of Grand Masters. They have completely removed the PHA Grand Lodge of Louisiana. They completely removed them. So they're no longer part of that body. So therefore, whatever friendship, whatever bond they may have had, it has been severed. Tennessee had a bond with Louisiana. I read the letter. I got the letter in my possession where the Grand Master of Louisiana reached out to him and said, look, I have no qualms with you. We good. Hey, bro, we squared away. I don't have no issue with you. I got the letter from the Grand Master of Tennessee saying exactly that. However that went down with other members in that jurisdiction, Slaughter was like, okay, cool. But when the opportunity arrived and some members from that jurisdiction was suspended or expelled, he was like, oh, okay, since that has happened, well, I want to offer these brothers an opportunity to continue to practice the craft. He has every right to do that, whether you like it or not. He has a right to offer individuals that opportunity. Well, you're going to say, well, they was expelled. If the Grand Lodge that expels them has no relationship or amity with the Grand Lodge that's going to receive them, it's free game. That's even with my own Grand Lodge. If my Grand Master Calvin Sanders expelled or suspended a brother from this jurisdiction, and that brother left and went and joined Prince Hall, he has a right to do it. We don't have Masonic affiliation or amity with Prince Hall. We don't have Masonic affiliation or amity with mainstream. So that brother can go to any Grand Lodge that's going to accept him. If we have amenity with them, if we have a relationship with them, out of the respect of the relationship, the Grand Master from that jurisdiction can say, no, brother, whatever you done over there, whatever happened over there, you need to work that out, and then we can proceed further. If you can't work that out, then we can't accept you. That's the rule, okay? That's the Masonic rule. And you may ask me, well, where can I find that at? Go and look into not Mackey's jurisprudence, but get yourself a Masonic law book. It's Lockwood Masonic law book. That book breaks down the fundamental relationship between Masonic bodies and how they should actually work between each other. You know? So if I have Masonic amenity with a Grand Lodge and one of my members gets suspended or expelled and he goes and petition that Grand Lodge, no, we have a relationship. You know, that has actually occurred in my jurisdiction. We worked it out, but it happened. It actually occurred. So I know exactly what I'm talking about. So this is some of the things we got to consider. And plus, Ralph Slaughter has a Facebook page. And on this particular Facebook page, it has all of the documents, the lawsuits. It has everything on there from his point of view, why he's doing what he's doing. You know, why he's sued, why he did these things. So I get it. I understand it. I have no problems with it. You know, it's free will now. He's no longer part of a Masonic body, of cohesiveness of a Masonic body. So he's like the Lone Ranger. And for those Masonic bodies that wants to have that Masonic relationship with him, they have it. If they don't, they don't. And he doesn't give a damn. That's just plain and simple. If you have a Masonic relationship with him, it's like, cool. But if you don't, he's not going to lose any sleep over it. So what he told me was that, Brother Hawkins, this is free will, brother. I have every right as a Grand Master to expand my jurisdiction. And he does. And it's true. You may not like it. You may say, well, he's breaking Masonic law. There's already a Grand Lodge there. And that Grand Lodge has been there a long time. So therefore, if he's breaking Masonic, but he has no Masonic relationship with you. He has none. So therefore, if he doesn't respect that, what you claim to respect, because there's no Masonic cohesiveness. Plain and simple. That is actually plain and simple. If he had a Masonic relationship with the Council of Grand Masters, PHA, if he had a Masonic relationship on roll, he may not do it. He may not. But since he doesn't, he's like, whatever, is free game, brother. So whoever you suspend, whoever you expel, he's saying, come on home. I got you. Plain and simple. I don't have a better way of putting it than the way it's just been put to you, given to you. He doesn't owe anybody anything. They have their own Supreme Council. They have their own Grand Lodge and membership that supports it. And he's rocking it. He's doing it. And like I said, some of you are going to say, brother, that's clandestine. That's this and that's that. According to who? He's not asking you for anything. He's not asking you to be accepted. He's not asking you to do a Masonic relation. He's not asking you for a damn thing. So what is it to you? What is it to you? He sent me he actually sent me a flyer. And I'm gonna have to post that flyer. He actually sent me a flyer, you know, in regards to his Grand Lodge elections. He sent that to me. I was cracking up. I was like, hey, if you want to know something, you got to ask the person that you're talking about. You got to go to them and ask them. I can't go on secondhand information. You know, well, I heard what Ralph Slaughter said. I heard what he said. No, I know what he said because he talked to me. I was talking with a gentleman. Oh, I know Ralph Slaughter. I know him. I said, oh, you do, right? Yeah, I said, okay, since you know him, why don't you and I call him up? Oh man, no, that's all right. No, you know him. So when somebody claims that they know somebody and that they have a relationship with them, call them up and see. Call them up and see what happens. That's all I can ever say. Because I know people have done it to me. Oh, I have a relationship. I know him. I have a relationship. And then they call me up. Man, I don't know you. Where you calling me from? Oh, Brother Tony. No. Who are you? I got your number from such and such. Okay. But I don't know you. You may have my number, but we don't conversate like that. So, that's my thing. Get the right information. Get the right information. And I don't care what jurisdiction you're in, you need to enjoy your Masonic journey. The hell with everybody else. Brother gonna tell me ain't number 2 legitimate Masonic bodies in every state. Who told you that bald-faced lie? Somebody lied to you. It's Prince Hall and it's mainstream. Okay, according to who? According to you and mainstream, because you have that relationship. So that's fine. I get it. You can have it. You're right. You're absolutely 100% right. According to you, there are 2 legitimate Grand Lodges in the state, Prince Hall and mainstream. You're right, according to you, because you have that relationship. I don't have that relationship, so I can give a damn. It don't bother me. That's a relationship that you built. I'm not asking or knocking on the door, so it don't bother me. But for those of you who are asking, for those of you who are knocking on the door, you may feel a certain way. You might feel a certain way, and that's okay. You have every right to feel that way. And it's cool either way. But we got to get away from it. I mean, legitimately speaking, we have to get away from the ignorance that is plaguing Masons. We got to get away from it, bruh. I talked with Brother Brandon Lewis. He's a dear friend of mine from Prince Hall Grand Lodge out of Tennessee. He and I have had great conversations. And yes, he has even corrected me on some of the things I have said. And I was like, okay, cool. Hey, bruh, I apologize. I am man enough to say when I'm wrong. I'm man enough to say, look, I screwed up on that one. Cool. If I did it, I did it. It is. I have no animosity or anything like that to when I have made a mistake. I'm big enough to say I made the mistake. But a lot of us aren't there yet. So when you make the mistake or you do something, you're so hell bent on being right until you won't even you can't phantom or even look at another missed opportunity. You can't look at anybody else's way of thinking because you are absolutely correct. No, you're not absolutely correct. Well, man, it's the 24 landmarks. The 24 landmarks. Every Grand Lodge does not abide by those 24 landmarks or 25 landmarks. Before it was 25, it was 19. Before it was 19, it was 15. So those landmarks that you hold so steadfast to your heart, that's something you adopted. That is something that your Grand Lodge said they would abide by. Other Grand Lodges don't do that. They select which landmarks they're going to abide by. So if you look at history, take a picture. Before 1995, this is a fact. Before 1995, with the exception of Ohio, that I personally know of, with the exception of Ohio, every Black Grand Lodge, hear me clearly, every Black Grand Lodge was deemed clandestine or bogus by mainstream Grand Lodges, except Ohio. Ohio had a working relationship between PHA and Ohio mainstream Grand Lodge. They have had a working relationship with each other for over 100 years. I know because a white Mason gave me a pen He seen me in the hospital, and he said, I got something for you. He asked me what Grand Lodge I was a part of. I said, ain't you free and accept the Mason? I'm a member of John G. Jones Grand Lodge of California. He said, oh, that doesn't matter. I got a pen for you. So on behalf of the relationship that he and I developed, I took the pen. Okay? And on the pen, it had 100-year relationship celebrating. I was like, cool. It didn't bother me. So upon taking the pen and understanding why he gave it to me, I was like, it was what we are supposed to be about, right? That's what we're supposed to be about. But how can we be about those things when we don't exhume, when we don't give the olive branch, when we're always trying to tear down and prove my point? You see, you proving my point. You see, you're doing this. Man, let it go. Let it go. Enjoy your Masonic journey. Get all you can out of it. Get all you can. A brother told me on TikTok, Beehive, I think that's his name, Beehive. I should have called him Behave. But anyway, with that being said, he gonna say, you know what? You guys are not even recognized by Calypsis. What? Calypsis? No, y'all ain't even recognized by Calypsis. I said, look, brother. I said, I bet you $1,000 that we are. Oh man, I said, no, I bet you $1,000. See, if you know anything about Calypsis, it is a liberal fraternal order. And they have lodges and Masonic fellowships all over the world. They do. Go look them up. It's called Calypsis. And I said, man, I just come from Albania, fellowshipping with those brothers. Oh, no, brother, look, man, I don't have to prove it to you because I was there. And this is why it's important when Brother Slaughter said, I have free will. Every Mason has free will to go where they want to go and enjoy the Masonic relationship that they build. Every last one of them, whether I agree with it or disagree with it, every last one of them have free will. You have free will to go where you want to go and to fellowship with who you want to fellowship with. You have that free will. Now, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? If I would say this, if my Grand Lodge has a Masonic relationship with an entity, another Grand Lodge in another state, another country, I'm going to take full advantage of the relationship by going and visiting and fellowshipping. That's what you're supposed to do. If you tell me, Brother Hawkins, my Grand Lodge is recognized by the Grand Lodge of England, you told me that. When you know, hell, I'm going to go visit the Grand Lodge of England. I'm going to call my Grand Master up, my Grand Secretary, and say, look, I'm traveling over to England. Reach out to them and let them know that I'm going to be there such and such time. Is there a Masonic meeting going on? You're recognized, you're accepted, right? So go. If I have a Masonic relationship, which I do with PHO under the leadership with Grand Master Tyrone Montgomery, and he tells me, look, Hawkins, we having our conference in Cleveland. I'm going. I went. You know why? Because we have a Masonic relationship. Plain and simple. And this is what you should do with your Masonic relationship that your Grand Lodge has groomed, your Grand Lodge has expanded, your Grand Lodge has manifested, it all came to life. This is what you should do with it. You should get out and enjoy it. You should go wherever you want to go. Visit whoever you want to visit if you have that relationship. Plain and simple. That's what I do. That's what I like about it. That's why I am a Mason. I can travel in foreign countries and receive master wages and such. So you develop these relationships. Too many times, once again, we miss these opportunities. Ralph Slaughter told me, he said, look, if you're in Louisiana and we can have breakfast or dinner or lunch or whatever, and I'm not busy, give me a call. I'm not going to miss the opportunity to sit down and actually talk with the man face to face. If I'm ever in that area, I'm not going to do it. He told me, he said, look, Brother Tony, I have no problem with ancient, free, and accepted Masons. I have no problems. We can fellowship. We can break bread together. I was like, okay, cool. I mean, isn't this what? We don't always have to talk of Masonry because we already know, correct? You know, we don't have to go through the Q&A if you already know the Q&A. If you figure that a brother doesn't know it, I got it. You need to try him and see if he's worthy and qualified as you are yourself. Try him. But if you know that he is, then that's cool. You know, that's cool. Do it. And these are the relationships that we have to build. You know, that's me. I can't talk about nobody else and what other people. This is my journey. So I try to build these relationships with brothers abroad, brothers here in the States. That's what I try to do. I do it not only for myself, my Masonic jurisdiction. And I can't vouch for anybody else other than those who I know to be who they claim to be and who they are. That's me. But man, I just only would hope and wish sometimes that we can let a lot of this, because this is doing a lot of damage to us. It is doing a lot of damage to us as men, as women, as those within the African American community. You know, it's really hurting us because we are so hell bent on doing the opposite. Plain and simple. It is not even rocket science. We're just hell bent on just doing the opposite. And in doing so, we have missed opportunities. We have allowed relationships to fail. We have come between each other. We have torn each other down in front of other people. That's what we have done. And that's the wildest stuff. That's the wildest thing. Be right back. Come on. Yeah, I stopped. I'm just gonna give you these two bags. I don't need to sign anything. I'm okay with it. I got one more. I had to make a drop off. I'm back. You know, Diddy innocent, bro. I don't know if Diddy is innocent or not. I'm not in that particular circle, so I can't even say. We kicked it before. DJ 914. All right. You know, so you know, that's my thing, man. Nah, I'm not going to, that's me. I'm not going to make another brother look bad in front of anybody. I'm gonna pull him to the side. I can say I agree to disagree, but I'm not gonna make you look bad in front of nobody. I've did it before, trying to prove a point. I'm tearing down somebody, he looks like me. You know, probably comes from the same community, whatever. But here I am on TikTok, on YouTube, and I'm ripping you up and I'm tearing you down in front of other folks. And they're laughing at you and I because we can't even agree to disagree. We just can't say, hey, I appreciate it. I respect what you say, but you know, I just disagree. Instead, we calling each other names and we cursing each other out. Man, I can't do that. Nope. Those days for me, as they are done. It's over with. You know, there's too much to lose. It's absolutely too much to lose for me to do that to another black man, period. That's just me. I can agree to disagree, and I keep saying it over and over again so those who are hearing me can understand that, nah, nope, I'm done with that. I have to be, man. If I'm to grow, if I'm to actually grow in this life and take upon the knowledge to enlighten me and to enlighten other brothers, I must be able to move forward and set aside those childish things, calling individual names and out of their names, and show a little bit more decency and respect. You know, if I don't like it, remove myself from it. And then they're gonna say, oh, see, he a coward, he a coward. I'm not a coward. I just don't deal in toxicity. I don't deal in that BS. I don't deal in shit. It smells. You know, no, I don't do that to me. Nah. Nope, don't do it. Please don't do it. That's where I'm at. And I hope and I pray that when you go back and listen to what I'm saying, that you would look at it from a whole nother perspective instead of your own perspective, you know, and try to encompass the essence of what this thing is all about. We talk about being a Mason and Eastern Star, but you don't even live it. You don't even apply it. Because if you applied it, you wouldn't be so ruthless as you are with your fellow man, with your fellow sister. But we're just so ruthless with each other. Prove me wrong. If you don't think so, prove me wrong. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not putting all of us in the same box. I can't do that. Let me make that clear. I'm not putting everybody in the same box, because there are a lot of us out there that's really doing some great things. Let me just put that out there. There are some of us that are doing some great things and that are working together for the betterment of who we are. I can actually say that. I've seen it. I can actually say that. So I cannot put all of us in the same box, but there are so many of us who are out here just really ripping it up. I mean, ripping it up. It's crazy. It's truth though. It's truth. And with that being said, man, missed opportunities, nah, I'm not gonna let them pass me by anymore. Nah, I've had something to go past me and to never return. But from here on out, I'm not gonna let the opportunity of building a relationship or growth to slip through my fingers. I'm not gonna do that, because I've done it before. Even monetarily blessings, I've allowed them to slip through my fingers because of my ignorance, because my ego got in the way. I ain't gonna take no money from him. Oh, forget him. I don't want nothing from him. If a brother or sister is going to bless me because they found or they knew that I needed it, and because I may have had a disagreement with them, I'm going to allow that disagreement to super exceed my blessings that I'm about to get. That's stupid. Nah, I can't do that no more. Nah, I can't allow that missed opportunity to come and go. I can't do it. So I must be able to comprehend and understand that if somebody's sincerely reaching out, if somebody's sincerely saying that, hey, I want the best for you, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. Plain and simple. As many John G. Jones, Grand Lodge, and Ludan, there is no way PHA and John G. Jones can't or shouldn't work together. Well, but they do. I figured that out. They do. He told me. He said, yeah, we work together. We fellowship together. We do that. Thank you. I appreciate that. But definitely, so do me a favor. Please hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the like button. I appreciate it. Diddy, I seen that again. Diddy is innocent. But for those of you who have popped in, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, man, and enjoy your journey in this thing we call Freemasonry. Get all you can out of it. I mean, man, it's a hell of a journey. It really, really is. My next time I come on, And when I have the opportunity to flip back on, I'm going to talk about the jesters. I don't know how many of you who are Masons know anything about the jesters, but it's something else. I now understand why people say what they say regarding Freemasonry, that you don't know, you ain't there. I get it. I can actually see it for what it is. You know, the jesters. Go look up the jesters, and we're gonna be talking about that one day this week. So look, I'm headed off to my Supreme session. It's going to be this week. It's in Los Angeles. I'm headed there. You know, I want to be able to enjoy the fellowship with everybody that is coming. To the brothers in ATL who is coming, looking forward to seeing Brother Travis. And tell all the brothers who are headed to Los Angeles for the Supreme session for the Western Masonic jurisdiction. Hey, I can't wait to holler at you. Peace and be well to everybody. Thank you so much for being and enjoying and fellowshipping with me today. So peace and be well. Until next time, I'm out.